Beloved, shalom, beloved. Just want to give you a little glimpse of this sky. The weather is awesome right now. It is definitely a springtime, evening, night, whatever you want to classify it as. It's a little darker than when I started. However, finally able to go live and share some of this incredible weather with you. There's a breeze blowing. It's wonderful. You could have saw a little bit more a little earlier. However, that's the way it goes sometimes. So we're talking about the promises tonight, the promises. And we know that the maker, the creator of all, is the ultimate promise keeper who keeps the covenant, who keeps the promises, who keeps the word. So we need to be ones who keep our word. We need to be ones who keep the covenant and keep our promises, not just to the maker, not just to our family, our friends, and so on and so forth, but to everyone, especially to our spouse. That's right. We're talking about the covenant, the promises. And Pesach, the Hebrew word for Pesach is Passover, or another way to describe it is that it is also to spare. And the wonderful thing about observing Pesach is just not about a Seder or eating certain foods or abstaining for other certain foods. The leaven is a symbol of what to keep out of your life. So leaven has to do with what we need to get rid of or what we need to move away from. We want to move away from that which is not good for us, that is not beneficial to us. So Pesach is to pass over or to spare, and we are to be the sacrifice. And we have to remember the promises and keep our promises. But not just that, the covenant is so incredible between the husband and the wife. The man is the husband and the king, and the wife is, of course, the queen. The woman is the wife and the queen, and the husband is the king and the husband. And however you want to phrase it or define it, it all boils down to they both have a crown. So this is one of the most important relationships because this is the one that you are spending your life with. This is the one that you do everything with. This is not just somebody, or, it's not casual. So this is your best friend. This is your lover. This is your partner. This is your date. That's right. You have a date night and all of that. So everyone's talking about kingdom marriages right now. And what has been highlighted to me, what I want to share with you today, is the gentle breeze of the evening in the springtime, because earlier it was so hot, it was suffocating, and all of a sudden this gentle breeze blew in, and now you go outside and it's not like it was earlier. Earlier it was a little stagnant, it was a little hot, it was intense, but now you can actually inhale and exhale. It's pleasant to walk. It's not like it was earlier. But I'm saying all of that, so it's being highlighted right now. The wedding canopy, which is the huppah, Chuppah. And Pesach is a time of remembrance when the Israelites escaped captivity from the Egyptians. So they were slaves, and this is the time to remember that they were granted freedom because of divine intervention, and so on and so forth. So everybody pretty much knows the story of how it goes. However, there's a parallel to this. And there's so many numbers being highlighted right now. Most of them have to do with the husband and the wife. And no, regardless of what language you speak or what nation you're in. So people are nations, tribes, and tongues, not colors, not groups or clubs or anything else, not labels. So we have to keep in mind that we represent a nation, a tribe, and a tongue. And everyone might not know their tribe, that's fine. As long as you know your language and your nation, that's good. Some are in different regions and territories. However, keep in mind that the parallel of the story of the Israelites being set free from captivity with the Egyptians, it goes in parallel with that story about Queen Esther and Mordecai and the king of Persia, because there was a need for freedom there too. And today, a lot of this is simultaneously taking place. It's like watching a movie, a play, so to speak. Even though this is not a play, it's not a movie, it's real life. It's so real that it's as if somebody, well, we know who the somebody is actually writing a new story, a new chapter, a new series or session or whatever you want to define it as. And Haman fell into the trap that Haman set. Think about that. That's so deep. And the Israelites were set free. Haman fell into the trap that Haman set, and the people were free. They did not suffer the consequences of being under the influence of a wicked person who tried to influence the king to do something with that evil edict. So there's so many different scenarios that are playing out right now. It's like incredible. Many are talking about King David. I think he had 5 smooth stones. I heard in the spirit one day about 10 smooth stones. So maybe there are 10 giants. But anyway, they're not really giants because we have been given authority in the land. So we have to know who we are. We have to know our identity. Whether you're a queen, a king, whether you're a prophet, a prophetess, whether have you have an angelic mantle, regardless of what it is, it's so important to know, so you actually know your tribe, so to speak. Now, this doesn't mean that you cancel out or block other tribes. That's not what this is at all. Because we have to have peace, we have to have unity, we have to have harmony, and it's necessary for all of us to do our part, to play our role, even though it's not really a play. But we need to know our identity. We need to know our divine assignments, so to speak, because without that, we don't have the vision and the mission. So, with all of that being said, a lot of people talking about Queen Esther and the time of preparation. A lot of people talking about all of these events that are unfolding that are unprecedented. It's just so much going on, but we have to cry out. We have to be the ones to cry out and to be watchers on the wall, to cry out for justice, and we have to cry out for righteousness, and we definitely have to defend those who need to be defended, not just the orphans, the widows, the strangers, and they're in prison, but there are a lot of people that need vindication in this season. As we know, the women are rising up. A lot of people talked about it. A lot of people had prophetic words about women rising up, because this is the season of the women rising up, and also the youth to be vindicated, because women need to be released. Women need to have freedom, because women have also been in a place of slavery, so to speak, or in a place of bondage, or where they were limited or rejected or mishandled or whatever have you, so to speak. And we've got a lot going on at one time. However, the promise still stands. The marriage covenant is still cemented together by the true maker and the creator of all, regardless of what language you speak, whatever, whether you use Hebrew, Aramaic, Italian, Japanese, French. The maker is the maker, the creator is the creator. There is only the creator, the maker. So regardless of what name you use, it's not wrong. We can all be right at the same time, you know? So I just want to encourage all of you to incline your ears to hear. And definitely, definitely, all of us need we need our spiritual senses to be heightened and sharpened during this time so we don't miss the miracles, that we don't miss the blessings, that we don't miss what is our portion as we go forth moving forward. So, as you know, this is also a time of purification and cleansing. We had to be cleansed and purified and refined, similar to gold and silver, but not exactly. A little more than that. It's a little deeper than that. Those are analogies. Those are nice, that so we can understand it. It doesn't mean that we're gold or silver at all. And we are to be like the eagle, because eagles mate for life and eagles soar high. Eagles are different than the rest of the birds. So we definitely want to be an eagle, because eagles are strong. Yeah, that's right. They're known for their strength and they are renewed. Some don't know, but eagles actually shed, or they get new claws. I'm not sure what they call whatever the birds have. They're renewed in some capacity. We'll talk about that more later. I heard that somewhere and I read it somewhere else. But anyway, Pesach, what does it mean? It's more than just gathering together and eating some food in a tent, or if you prefer not to be in a tent or whatever. Some going to Seder's, all kinds of things are going on, but we need to be in a position, in a posture, in a place of expectancy, and to push continuously, and to pray and to praise and be thankful. We have to be grateful. We have to have gratitude, and we must go forth and do the work. The work is not really that hard as long as we do what we need to do, and as long as we are doing what is right, as long as we are allowing the Maker to give us the divine instructions and not depending on a person, place, or thing. So, with all of that being said, Pesach, it's not what many think. It's not about sitting around eating some food or wearing certain foods or saying certain prayers or saying this or doing that or drinking 4 cups of wine or 4 cups of grape juice or whatever it is, or 4 cups of whatever kind of juice it is, fresh pressed grape juice, whatever. It is all about alignment, for us to be aligned in that place we're supposed to be positioned in the posture we're supposed to be in, to push, to roar, to go forth, and to do the kingdom assignments in this land of the living. Everybody doesn't have the exact same assignment, but all of us matter. All lives matter. So it's not like they're the CEOs and the VIPs and this group is better than that group or whatever have you. This tribe is so much better than that tribe. No, all of us have our assignment to do, and we all need helpers, divine helpers, and well, how does it go? Divine connections and destiny helpers. Sorry, I got a little tongue tied. But anyway, as you go forth, perhaps you may not understand any of this. Maybe you have dreams and visions and you don't even understand those dreams and visions and you need the interpretations of it. Just keep doing what it is that we are supposed to be doing. And what is that? We're supposed to sow seeds to love. We're supposed to sow seeds to life. We're supposed to sow seeds to light. What is the light? So, we want to be walking in the light, and we need to stand on the truth, the absolute truth, because nothing else can we build on except the truth. So it's getting a little dark out here. I will go live again probably tomorrow. And please check out Garden Seeds for Life. That's right, Garden Seeds for Life, where we're talking about plant-based juicing and baking and everything else in between. Shalom and blessings to each and every one of you. Tov Baruch. And just know that we're here for such a time as this, and we're marching forward. We're marching on. So don't give out, don't give up, and don't give in. Be encouraged that today You will prosper. Today you will have victory because this is the victory season. This is the marriage season, the baby blessing season. This is the season for wealth and prosperity. Abundance and overflow is the season for it all. So we're going to be celebrating. It's a new type of celebration that has never been celebrated before because we are going forward and we are marching to the promises. Shalom. Somebody playing music.